Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here today. Today, for one, I'm back doing voiceovers again. Yes, I took a little bit of a break because I have exams at college and stuff like that. But here we are then, back in Planet Coaster 2, and this is the final episode of Hyperpark then. If you don't know what Hyperpark is, it is my Planet Coaster series that I've been doing for a few weeks now here on the channel, where the entire coaster, well, the entire theme park is just hypercoasters. Today's video, we are building, like I said, the final coaster in the park, and then we've got the final episode releasing either next week or a few weeks in the future, where the park will be released on the workshop, and there will also be a full video released on YouTube of the park tour. So yeah, we're going in with the B&M Hyper today, most inspired by Shambhala at Port Ventura. That's what my overall design idea is. You can see there with the helix. I think it's called a figure of 8 helix. I'm not too sure. I can't really remember. I think that's what it's called. But no, either way, let me just go into it for a few seconds. Where the hell have I been? So, guys, you have seen that uploads may have slowed down a little bit over the last few weeks, and they've decided to build back up this week. But over the last few weeks, I have been busy doing exams at college. I should have been finished on Tuesday, but unfortunately, I'm not. I've got going for a few more weeks. I'm not going to go into any details as to why that is, but either way, that is what it is. I've just got a few more weeks at college and then I am done for the year. I won't be going to too many theme parks until July, like the first week of the summer holidays here in the UK, because it doesn't look too busy. So I'm going to try and either get to Alton Towers or Thorpe Park at that point in time, and maybe even a trip to Blackpool or something like that. But I've been arranging a lot of trips as of lately as well, so that will all be coming next year, and you guys will you'll be lucky enough to experience that with me. Going on to what we're building then today, obviously just finish that figure of 8 helix, try to get as smooth as we can and as realistic as we can without getting too many laterals, because the B&M Hypers aren't really known for laterals. It's just known for like a floater airtime, which is like really intense, and that's what my overall that's what I wanted with this. It's just floater airtime, because we have quite a few different like coaster ideologies, like in this, well, not ideologies, but a load of different like philosophies in this park. For example, we have obviously the first coaster, the Mack Hyper, focused on like inversions and ejector airtime and those kind of elements. Then we had the Intamin Hyper, which again was more to do with like ejector airtime and just mostly just ejector and a longer layout. We've got the B&M Dive Coaster, which appeals to like the general public and stuff like that. So that's that's another one in the park. Again, it's more known for the drop, the B&M Hyper or the B&M Dive Coaster. Then we had the RMC Hybrid, and that again, that's more, well, that's inversions and ejector airtime, the more insane like side of coaster technology. If you know what I'm on about, then you'll know like when it comes to coasters, RMC are like the most insane manufacturer with like their design philosophies and stuff like that. Then we also have the Intamin Swing Launch Coaster. That's the launch coaster of the park, obviously the only launch coaster we have. I was going to do a hydraulic launch in this park, but that didn't come to fruition, unfortunately. But I wouldn't say no to doing like a hydraulic launch or another coaster in this park in the future. And what else have we done? Obviously, we've got the B&M Hyper, which is more floater. We've got the Vekoma Tilt, which was obviously the tilt coaster. Probably a bit similar to the dive coaster, but it is overall was also overall a good decision by myself. And then we also obviously have the Gerstlauer Infinity, which was like the more intimidating ride, because it's obviously got that beyond vertical drop and stuff like that. And again, that's more that it's not imitating for like enthusiasts like ourselves, but you're looking towards like the general public, and they do find like those beyond vertical drops, like say on Solar Ride for example, quite an intimidating ride. Going on then into the actual coaster then. I did have a layout completed, and then I deleted half of it because I didn't really like it. And then I got with the layout that I'm with now. I'm still not 100% on it, like the drop's a bit weirdly profiled at the bottom of it, so I might go and do a few adjustments here and there for the drop. The splashdown I've done custom because one in the game just isn't that good, because it's just far too intense. It's basically like the rise up and the exit are just far too sharp and not realistic to real life, so I ended up just doing my own custom one for this, like I did on the B&M Dive Coaster. But I took more of a Shambhala route instead of doing like the scoops on the B&M train that like what the dive coaster has. I went for more like the Shambhala style, where it's like the water jets and stuff like that, because I just thought it looked a little bit more nicer. But no, going on to like all the custom support in there. This didn't take too long to custom support because the thing is, especially with like the B&M coasters in general, they're probably the more easier coasters to custom support, as you guys have been finding out like of a realistic coaster series, whether it comes to the looping coaster a little while back, or the wing coaster, or even the invert that I did last week on the channel, which was an incredible coaster. I'm so happy with how that turned out. I can't believe I managed to go that realistic with it, because I'm not. I'm a good. Don't get me wrong. I think I'm a decent builder. I know what I'm doing when it comes to building, but I'm not exactly like the best builder out there. But I think I'm getting there slowly but surely. I'll soon get there. I was definitely a little bit more. It felt a little bit more realistic when it came to Planet Coaster 1, because we had TMTK back on that game, so it was like, we can get really detailed with what we had. But even I say that, but even this game is like, it's really detailed, like what we have in this game. Like, I really do like what we have in this game, like the Viking stone textures. I should have used that a little bit more in this part, but it is what it is. I've got a few more final tiny changes that I want to make to Hyperpop before I do release it onto the workshop. So it's just more realism going here and there. Well, yeah, realism going in here and there, because I've been starting creating more like realistic signs and stuff like that, which you guys may have seen with the B&M invert. Which, if you do have no chat limits, do go check that one out, because yeah, it's really good. Obviously, if you don't have a very good computer, don't check it out, because I think it's like over 25,000 pieces. That B&M invert, it was incredible. The amount of effort I put into that. But I did spend normally I don't spend too long on the realistic coaster series. Normally they it's just, release it when it is, and it takes me about a week sometimes. Like the Gerstlauer Eurofighter, for example, that took me about a week. That B&M invert took me a good 2-3 weeks just to complete, but that's because of the fact I had exams and stuff like that coming into things, which really did mess up my upload schedule. But now I've got all those exams out of the way, I should be alright for the next few weeks to get back to uploading and doing a few more voiceovers, because that was the main issue. I couldn't really do any voiceovers because it would have just affected with my exams far too much, and I really do want to do well in these exams, because it's just I want to do well. I don't want to mess up anything before it even starts. So as you guys may or may not know, I'm going for an apprenticeship at Thorpe Park, hopefully, which if I do get, that would be incredible. Or Walton Towers, either way I'd be very happy with one or the two. But no, again, I'm just trying to think what else to go on about with. You can tell when I haven't done a voiceover in a while, because I actually have stuff to talk about sometimes, and then I get halfway through and I'm like, oh, I've run out of things to talk about again. But there is stuff I do want to talk about, but I'm not prepared to talk about that yet, because there's still a few things I need to get in place, like with different trips and stuff like that. Because you guys don't know, I'm also doing a challenge in the coming weeks up at Alton Towers when I do finally get to go there this year. So I'm basically letting you guys decide my day, which that's all set in stone now. There's everything there has been decided, and that will be a very interesting one, and I am looking forward to recording that video. So yeah, thank you for the people who are actually going to be doing the coaster for me, because it's going to be quite an interesting one, that challenge, to say the least, because I'm hoping to not go on too busy of a day, and even if I do, I'll still probably get everything done in the day. So if I don't, it is what it is. I just want to try and get on all the new stuff, because I still haven't done Toxicate and stuff like that, which is a bit of a shame, but oh well, it is what it is. This is what I mean, like with the water jets now. I'm just putting all the water jets in for the splashdown. I do end up extending the path downstairs, so obviously you got a bit more path interaction with the guests. I do all set this up so it looks all good. At the minute it's just a bit chaos. So there you go, there's the path I'm putting in. I do sometimes keep forgetting to turn off like the path foundation. Sometimes it's just quite funny, but it is what it is. you know what I'm like sometimes. I am a bit over the shop when it comes to my building. We're just thinking of the what's called now, the splashdown. Sync up the splashdown to the right so it hits the trigger, and then the splash happens, I guess you could say. Which is realistic as well to real life, because it doesn't get the riders wet, but it gets everybody off-ride wet, which is quite a funny one. But either way, I don't know what else to talk about. We get to that. It's one of those. It's another one of those kind of voiceovers where I'm just running out of things to talk about, because I always do that when it comes to doing voiceovers for me. Because I'm just one of the. I'm just one of those people. So. But no, yeah, like I said, I should have finished college on Tuesday. I'm recording this on the Saturday, and I should have finished college on Tuesday, the week I'm recording this voiceover, which is quite funny, but it is what it is. I was looking forward to getting a nice long, you know, nearly 3-month break away from college. But oh well, it is what it is. I had so many. I was actually supposed to be at Thorpe Park yesterday as I'm recording this, which was a shame that I didn't get to go there. But I am going to be going there in the coming weeks. I was so annoyed when I couldn't do that trip because of different reasons to do with like driving and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go into my driving too much because at the end of the day I just want to pass that without having any pressure on me. Because the less I said about that, the better. But it is what it is. What happens with that? Like I said, I won't go into too much detail what happened with my driving test, but no, we're actually done then with the coaster part of this. We're now moving on into an arcade I built. You guys might have seen this over the last few weeks, maybe. When I built this, you might have seen this in like the background because I did build this quite a few weeks ago. So yeah, I thought I'd include it in this last episode because it's quite interesting. This is going to be an arcade. Obviously, we had the new update a few months back of the arcades, which is hence why I decided to build that in this part because I thought that'd be quite nice to have this in this part because yeah, I was going to try and get one in Wallaby Adventure Valley, but I don't know what's going to happen with that series because I haven't done anything on that in a while, and there's a few things I'm waiting on. So I'm not sure what's going to go on in Wallaby Adventure Valley. I'll obviously keep you guys updated with that. But I personally don't think that's going to go. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to finish. It'd be a shame if I don't get it finished because it's a park series. I've never done a park series and not finished it due to reasons outside of my control. I didn't get to finish Asgard, but that was outside of my control. That was the save file corrupted, which was out of my control, which such a shame because I was looking forward to finishing that park. And I wouldn't be out of my mind to not do another part like Asgard in the future, like just one theme focus like Viking or like the Sorcery Pack, or just actually that's not a bad idea. I might do something like that in the future. Let me know in the comments down below. And I also want you guys to let me know in the comments down below what my next realistic coaster should be, because I have got no idea what to do. We're getting towards the end of the time lapse and the end of this video. I'm not going to be doing a overview of the area. That will obviously, I do that normally when it comes to these last episodes. I normally go into detail in the area when it comes to the what's it called now, the tour. So yeah, you guys have to wait to the tour to see how this coaster looks, and I think you guys will definitely like it. I'm going to paint with the path tool here because although the path tool is very good in this game, it's a lot better than Planet Coaster 1. It's still got a few issues with it which I don't like, which it is what it is. Planet Coaster can't be, not all games can be perfect, can they? But no, that is what it is. That's the end of this episode then. I do want to go into a little bit of what could have came as well in this park, because there was another coaster planned for this park, which I built the layout of, but unfortunately I never put into the park, so I don't think it fit very well. And that was a Arrow Hyper. It was just going to be something like big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, but it just didn't fit well with Hyper Park, so I thought I won't do that. I'll just leave it at the 8 coaster that we've got and leave it at that. But in the future, if you don't want to see me do that, I don't mind giving that a go. But like I said, that's going to do it then for this video, guys. If you guys did enjoy this one, please hit the like and subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss a part tour of Hyper Park. I've really enjoyed doing this park on this channel, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me build this park from start to finish if you've been here from the start. So thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a brand new video next time. Goodbye.